Good morning, students, and happy Friday. For those that missed the Zoom today, we just did a real quick weekend review. We did play a game of Spot the Difference, and we also did a quick Quizlet, kind of review everything. But the main thing that I wanted to go over today was what we learned about Earth history this week. So we learned that the Earth formed from leftover debris from the Sun formation. Debris, oh my goodness. So the Earth formed from leftover debris from the Sun formation. So it was a bunch of gas and dust coming together. Remember that the Earth was a molten world at first, and planets all formed that way, just from dust and gas smashing together. But the early solar system had a lot of planets and a lot of stuff going on, much more active and violent than it is today. It's relatively calm today. The Earth did cool off eventually. During that time, you had your moon formation. Don't forget about that. The days were shorter. They started at about 6 hours, and as the moon moved away, we slowed down to about 18 hours by the end of this geologic time period. The continents did form, and the oceans did form from a bombardment of meteors, asteroids, things like that. Mostly meteorites actually hit. Each one had a little bit of water. Between that and some of the water vapor, we believe our oceans formed. Fast forward many, many years, the first life appears from a combination of chemicals that appeared in the ocean and the ones that came from space. Eventually, oxygen producing life forms did evolve and enable us to have our oxygen in the atmosphere. They did wipe out things that couldn't breathe oxygen. Again, no life on the land at this point, just single celled bacteria in the ocean, stromatolites. They're still around to this day. They look like mounds of dirt in the ocean, but they're actually, it's like a colony. Now, we also had a supercontinent Rodinia, which broke up over time. The rocks that were newly exposed soaked up a lot of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And as we learned, you do need some carbon dioxide. Too much is bad, yes, but you need some in order to keep the planet warm. Kind of like if you have too many covers at night versus not enough, for example. So the Earth did freeze over as a result, and that's where we ended this particular time in geologic history. So basically, I just covered 80% of Earth's history. We also learned this week that the sneeze has more germs than the cough, since we were talking about bacteria and viruses. We also learned that planet Uranus was also struck by an object twice the size of the Earth early in its history and causing the planet to tip on its side. So not only does Earth have a geologic history, but the other planets have a history as well, ranging from Jupiter possibly forming where the Earth did, to Mercury getting hit so hard that most of its crust got blown away into space, and mountains actually formed on the other side of the world. What we're going to do on Monday is we're going to start a new module. So if you log into the Zoom, we're going to do the whole thing together. You are required to log in once a week, and you need to participate in some form or the other so that I know you're there when you do log in. Other than that, that's what we did for the week. I hope you have a great weekend, and enjoy science.